In this video, we will show you how to replace your rear brakes, drums, shoes, and hardware on this Honda Accord. This will be located behind your rear wheels. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing we need to do is safely raise and support the rear of the vehicle so the wheels are off the ground. Once you've done that, continue on with all 4 of your 19mm lug nuts, the hubcap, and the wheel. Now that we have the wheel off, the next thing that we need to do is remove the brake drum. Commonly, you're going to find that it's stuck in place. If that's the case, you can see that you do have threaded ports on the drum itself. You could find miscellaneous bolts that will go into there. As it screws in, it's going to press up against the wheel bearing and pull it away. Otherwise, you could tap on this with a hammer. Ours is pretty much ready to come off here. Now we can start removing some of the hardware holding the shoes in place. We have the spring right here. You just want to take hold of that. We'll tug down on it. Remove it from along the top. A quick inspection and we'll set that aside. Now we can take hold of this area. Pull that out of place. Now we can start removing our anchor pin from along the front here. To do this, you'll find that you'll have to press in on the locking clip. Take your long nose pliers. We'll grab onto the end here, and you should be able to twist this. We're just twisting the pin to get it aligned. Remove the pin by pushing it from the outside towards the inboard side. We'll pull it right out along the back side of the backing plate. The next thing we'll have to do is start pulling the shoe away from its mounting area here. When you do pull it away, we're also going to pull it out. That way there we can start removing the lower spring. As you attempt to remove the forward shoe, you want to be extremely careful not to pull forward on the rearward shoe. That can force the wheel cylinder outward and cause serious issues. Now we're going to remove the spring from this area. If you find it's under too much tension, you may have to de-adjust the rear brakes. You can do that by turning this cog right in this area. We'll use some cutters to grab onto the spring here and pull this out of place. Make sure you're holding onto the shoe so it does not pull away from the wheel cylinder. Now we can take hold of this area, start removing that. On the back side here, we can pull that out of place. Before we remove the rear shoe from the area, let's make our way up here. You'll find that you have a small horseshoe looking clip. We want to separate the 2 ears and get this out of place. Get this out of here. Remove the washer. As you pull this away, you're going to find that your emergency brake actuating lever makes its way up here. We'll go ahead and pull that away, and you can remove the shoe from that area. With the shoe off of there, the next thing that we need to do is clean and inspect this mechanism. You want to make sure it's not rotted in any way. Use a wire brush if necessary. Pull that out of the way. We'll continue on with cleaning up the backing plate. Looking along the backing plate, you'll find that you have several raised areas. That's where your brake shoes will sit up against. You want to make sure those areas are clean as well. We'll add a little bit of lubricant in this area. We can take our rearward shoe, we'll slide that into position here. Before we put on the locking clip, we'll make sure we put on the washer. Slide the clip into place, squeeze it together so you're sure this will not come apart while you're driving down the road. Make sure you squeeze the two ears together. Continue on with some high temperature lubricant. You want to make sure you lubricate the areas that the brake shoes will sit up against. Now we can take the shoe and put it in place. When we do so, we'll be taking our pin from the back side of the backing plate, bring it through here, and then through the corresponding hole on the shoe as well. When you go to install your locking clip, you want to make sure that you have it in the proper orientation so you can slide the pin through the center, twist the pin to lock it in. A quick confirmation to make sure we are secured inside the groove of the locking clip. We'll pay attention to our adjuster. It's a good idea to disassemble it so you can clean it and re-lubricate it. We'll unscrew this. You can see the threaded portion coming out of there. Now we can remove the spring. We'll set that aside. We'll clean these with some parts solvent over a collection receptacle. Now we can install this into the spring. We'll make sure we use some lubrication in the port here. This will help keep moisture out of there. We'll turn this in until it's completely bottomed out. Continue with lubricant along this area. Now we can install our forward shoe. For this, we're going to take the spring, slide it along the back side. We'll take the adjustment area here, slide that right on over. We'll start putting this in position. Along the bottom, we'll insert our lower spring. This comes along the back side of each of the shoes. We'll stretch this and bring it over the lower portion of the bracket. Realign the upper spring if it fell out of place, that's okay. We'll install the anchor pin from along the back side of the backing plate, bring it straight on through the shoe here. Make sure we're holding that in place. Get our locking clip on there. Just make sure we're locked in here. Once you do have that in position, we'll be paying attention to the adjuster area here. We want to make sure it's completely seated on both sides. I can see it's hanging off on this side. One last inspection in this area. We'll move along to cleaning up the wheel bearing hub surface where the brake drum will sit against. You can use a wire brush for this. Use some anti-seize on the mating surface here. Clean the braking surface on your drum. Now we can install the brake drum on the vehicle. When you make the adjustment, you want to be trying to spin the brake drum while pressing it up against the hub. What we want to do is feel just a tiny bit of brake drag. You only want to hear it. You don't want to feel very much resistance. Resistance will cause heat. That'll cause the shoes to expand and your brakes might lock up on you. I can hear a little bit of drag there. There is not very much resistance. One last quick inspection in this area and we can reinstall the wheel. If your vehicle has a hubcap, install that now. You want to make sure you pay attention to the valve stem hole. We'll get that aligned with the valve stem on the wheel. Start on all four of your 19mm lug nuts, bottom them out. We'll get the wheel safely back down on the ground and we can torque each of these lug nuts to 80 foot-pounds. With the wheel on the ground, we'll torque these in a crisscross manner. Torqued. Okay friends, we finished our wheel bearing. At this point, hop in the passenger compartment, pump up the brake pedal till it's nice and firm, and then take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.